Afternoon. How are you all doing today? How goes another week? A topic I want to discuss today with you is something that I talk to a lot with my clients, and that's coming out. A lot of my clients are part of the community. I generally do consider myself as an ally, and I enjoy working with members of the community. And one of the topics that I talk to, especially young people, a lot is this idea of coming out. And from my discussions with them, I've learned one or two things. Firstly, is that coming out is a very interesting concept. On one hand, some people see it as a rite of passage, a way in which they validate their own orientation or gender. They see it as somehow validating their own identity. And it's something that they put a lot of thought into, and for them it's very much a affirmative step forward where they share with the world and present to the world in a way which they feel comfortable to and comfortable with, and they feel genuine. And that's pretty cool. And I talk to a lot of people, and I generally try to encourage and validate it as much as possible. There is another side to this, and some people feel that actually coming out is a very heteronormative requirement. It's almost like they say to me things like, well, why should I? What does coming out even mean? Do I have to present myself to a certain way to the rest of the world to be accepted? Actually, I feel the whole coming out business is slightly oppressive, because it just means that somehow I won't be respected or validated or accepted unless I go through this process just to basically make sure that the heads are feeling comfortable with my persona. So I don't want to do that. It's none of their business what I am, what I like, or how I feel most genuine, and all the rest of it. And actually, the whole coming out thing is I find it very oppressive and almost rather insulting as a practice. So there are various views, but there's another part of the coming out process that I want to talk about. And to be honest, whatever you feel about it, it's really personal. It's up to you, and it's kind of whatever makes you happy and more fulfilled in regards to this. But some of the most difficult discussions I have with my clients is with young people, especially, that would like to come out, but for some reason they feel they can't. And we have to often negotiate the validation of their orientation or of who they are, but in a context which is potentially toxic for them, where parents might actually react really badly and throw them on the street. Where actually I had a client where the father beat them up to the point where they came out as trans, to the point where some ribs were broken. And obviously there's safeguarding issues when I talk to my clients. So the idea isn't about just saying, oh, yay, be who you want to be, go free, all the rest of it, which is kind of what we feel, because we want our clients to be obviously happy and fulfilled and whatever. But I find it really difficult sometimes that we have to mediate this enthusiasm for essentially finding themselves in a way which they feel genuine and congruent, but having to really hide that and mask that, because the environment that they live in is incredibly toxic and actually potentially quite dangerous for them. So they have to really be careful with this. I have actually been part of one of my sessions. Somebody actually came into the room where one of my client was, and they suffered an element of transphobic and homophobic abuse. Obviously, we terminated the session really quickly, and we made sure that this person was okay at the end. But the point is that coming out should be whatever it is you want it to be. If it's something that you really don't like and you find that it's an antiquated habit and it's not for you, then that's cool. If you actually find that it's a great way of sharing with family and friends who you feel, how you feel and who you really are and all the rest of it, then that's cool as well, and we support that. But it's this idea that we can just be ourselves all the time, which really I find difficult, that we have to negotiate, because unfortunately, as I say, there are circumstances where we really have to make sure that our clients are safe. As much as I want you to be genuine, as much as I want you to be congruent, as much as I want you to be who you are and be happy, I can't jeopardize your safety by encouraging you to do things which, in practice, at this moment in your life or in your time, would be potentially dangerous for you. So it's been really interesting, and I felt for a lot of young people that feel they're in a situation that they have to somehow mask their orientation all the time. Because of fear of reprisals. And I work in countries, sometimes in Eastern Europe and others online, and people that have genuine stories where they really have to be very careful the way they present and the way they navigate this coming out and who they actually feel comfortable coming out. So yeah, I think in short and in conclusion, if this is a question for you and you think about your own experience of coming out, or indeed whether it's something you want to do or don't want to do, it's really all about just doing it in a way that basically you're comfortable with. But more importantly, just stay safe. Because nobody's safety and well-being is worth as much as anything. And you really, really have to look after yourself first and make sure that you do it in a context and in a way in which you are absolutely safe. And I know sometimes that's not possible, and sometimes people are outed against their will, and bad things happen, if you like. And I'm really, really sorry that's still the case in a lot of part of the so-called civilized Western world. And that's what we're here for, to support you throughout the process. But remember, you're loved and you're appreciated and you're not alone. Have a good rest of the day.